Hello, everyone.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.
I keep forgetting. When are we starting?
Yeah. We're starting.
We're starting.
We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are going.
We are, yes.
And I guess you'll find out on our laptop
I'm
to
gonna
see how things are going.
if we're, can see anything over here.
Oh, well, this is for the replay. Those of you who have just arrived, this is Thea and Lisa.
Exactly.
And
Good
we're
morning.
just getting started. And good morning.
Yeah.
Welcome to our live stream. Looks like we are on. And look
We're
at
on.
Trisha's here
Good
first.
morning, Trisha.
It's such a relief.
Yeah.
I want you all to know, too, those of you who are really concerned about the fact that we're so concerned that things aren't working,
Yeah.
is we ordered a computer last week.
Oh, yes.
On Monday of
Yeah.
this week.
Mm-hmm.
And that computer is not here yet.
No.
But I'm hoping by next week it'll be working. And if it doesn't work, what are we going to do then? Then we're absolutely.
It'll be interesting. Hopefully we get it so we have a little bit of time beforehand so we can
Now there's
test
a thought. We'll start testing around 10 minutes to the time.
Or Thursday.
Oh.
Thursday afternoon, we should maybe do a little test and go, okay, we're ready for tomorrow morning.
That's actually a good idea. I hope you guys don't mind. We're just going to do some testing.
A little bit of test. It won't be for long or anything like that.
And then if it's set up, because we don't even know if it's going to be set up.
Exactly. Sorry, I have to put my slippers on. They were not completely on. Sorry.
No problem. No problem. Hello, everyone. Just going to go and look and see who else is here besides Trisha, the early
Patty, Elaine, Loretta, Jennifer, Sandy, Caroline, Donna, Roxy. Sorry, Jennifer. Everybody's here. We've got all sorts of people
and
here.
Mary Hawthorne, Allison, Loretta. Oh boy, everybody's here is right. And it's so nice to know that when we come here, you guys are here. I know you probably think you're lost in a bunch of people because there are so many showing up these days.
Absolutely.
We're so very happy about that.
And I noticed that
you're not lost.
Exactly. Okay? And I noticed Allison said she's so glad to make it live today. So she's normally not watching us live. So thank you. Thank you.
And Joy is here. Jean Morrison, Diane Mertesdorf. I always get that wrong. So welcome and so good of you to come and to put things on your calendar so that you're here too. We actually were a few minutes late this morning because we were looking around for models.
For models, which we couldn't find.
No, somewhere. Kathleen's got them hidden somewhere. We don't know what she's doing with them. Oh, now I'm doing the same thing.
Now you're doing the same thing?
Yeah, we should pull this out so that
a little bit. So
you can use the mouse.
I can use the mouse. Oh, I'm going to be in control. Oh my God! Watch out.
Hello, milady. Sharon Bonadito. It's almost.
Yeah.
Sharon Bonadio. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Tricia says, that's a good idea. Test. Your website looks great. Thank you. The online classes are excellent. Thank you so much, Tricia. Good. I'm glad you like them. And there's Elaine again. I thought, Elaine, you were off. No, you're off today, too.
Yeah.
That's right. I thought perhaps you were still working today, but no, today is a day off. Anyone else here? No.
I think that's
if there is, you've got to speak up because we won't be able to tell unless you're actually there.
Although we do have 35 people watching us.
Yes,
right
we
now.
do.
Thank you very much.
And not that we feel like we're worth watching, because the two of us are always.
Oh God, we are.
What are we going to talk about today? Well, Lisa actually came up with a really good idea what to talk about.
Exactly.
Because besides our daily routine, which we'll get into in a minute, because you're all so hot to try.
I'm raring to get going.
Because we've got some, what do you call them, laying tools.
We do, exactly.
And I was thinking that maybe we can put them on sale a little bit.
I was thinking we could put them on sale a little bit too.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But you don't want to miss these because they're beautiful.
They really are. I mean, when we got them in, the first time we got them in, we thought, and these are all handmade, hand rubbed, everything is all hand done.
Absolutely.
So you may not know what a laying tool is, but here it is.
Ta-da. Okay. It doesn't look like much when you first look at it. See, it's like that. It's actually beautiful in wood. But then what you do is you take the cap off and then you have a big tapestry needle.
Yeah, a large one.
Large one.
Exactly.
And what a laying tool is for is when you work in Bargello, you use it to make sure your threads are parallel to each other as you're pulling them down.
Mm-hmm. You can use it with pearl cotton as well,
You
but
can,
it's
yeah.
not as effective as it is when there's double or triple or quadruple strands.
Right?
Because
you want those threads to be parallel to each other. Although with Trebizond, I like using a laying tool with Trebizond because it kind of uncurls it as you're pulling it
so
through.
It doesn't get all kinky.
That's right, because Trebizond has a way of untwisting from its natural twist.
So using a laying tool is a good idea there too.
A good idea, exactly.
I don't know if those of you who actually use a laying tool on a regular basis, but I do know that if you enter even a cross stitch cross stitch piece into a contest, that's actually one of the things they look for.
That's right, to make sure that those crosses are threads are parallel.
That's right. Yeah. If your all of your crosses are crossed the same way,
absolutely,
right, so that all the top stitches actually go from left to right or right to left, whichever one you decide is the top stitch. They all have to go the same way, and the threads have to be parallel to one another. All the strands have to line up. If you have a twisted strand in a cross stitch, it doesn't look as nice as when things are parallel, because you don't get the sheen of the thread, particularly if you're using like silk floss.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
But in a judging thing, that's one of the things they look for.
They look for that. Absolutely.
I didn't know. Yeah. Did you know that?
I did. Well, not until recently, but you know, I've never been too careful with my cross stitches, and it does make a difference.
It does. It really does. Anyway, really I don't know how many of you use a laying tool. There are many of them, I'm sure, on the market. This one I really particularly like. Number one, because the sharp point is hidden.
Yes.
Right? So you can put this in your bag and it's not going to stab anybody unexpectedly.
Ruin anything in your purse by poking holes in it or anything like that.
Exactly. And there's the kind that you put on your, I think it's your middle finger or your thumb.
A trolley needle.
Exactly. And those kinds are lovely until you start scratching your cheek.
Yes.
And especially not your eye.
Yeah.
So we kind of like this one. And the other thing about this one is that we have got it on sale this weekend.
That's right.
It's not on sale yet.
No, not
but
yet. Don't look yet because it's not there.
That's right. So what is everybody saying?
Well, Brenda says if we had a video on how that works, but no, we don't at this point in time.
I don't know. I could have one in there. I remember showing it at some point.
You might have one.
I will look for it on YouTube. You could look for it, actually, on YouTube, but you won't be able to tell unless we're looking at a pattern that has Bargello in it.
That's right, yes.
Now, we do have a pattern on our YouTube channel. I think is it this one that is?
It could be that one, or it could be Tulip Terrace.
Because
that's one of the newer ones.
So this is, for instance, Bargello. And this type of stitching is called Bargello. And the reason that it's so effective is because you're stitching over 4 fabric threads instead of the usual 2 or whatever, or sometimes even longer. And Bargello itself, because there's long stitches and they all go side by side in different gradations, etc., you want those threads also to lie side by side.
Yes.
And yes, this is all done floss. So if you're lying things side by side, not just with cross stitch, but with the Bargello in particular, you could use a laying tool. And I believe on our YouTube channel, there should be one in this class.
I think so. Yeah.
A video. So anyway, good question.
Definitely.
And if, on the other hand, it isn't there, it should be somewhere else. I'm going to look for it. If those of you who are looking for it right now, because I know some of you are
Trisha.
Loretta says we're worth watching. See, that's all we were fishing for.
Absolutely. We need a boost today. So.
Actually, we had a really good week. So far, so good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. There were things. Oh, let's have a. Oh, we got those.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Serena says, "I hope you had a good week."
Yes, we did. Yes.
I hope you did too.
I can't believe that it's Friday already. That's how productive of a week it's been. It's like, oh my God, no, I still have things I need to do. So
isn't that wonderful though? Aren't we lucky? We always have something else to do.
That's right.
Patricia says she's new from Canada. Yay, Patricia!
Yeah.
I don't know where in Canada, since Canada is rather large.
Absolutely.
And we're also in Canada.
Yes.
Are you on the West Coast, on the middle, or the East Coast, or somewhere in between?
Yeah.
Tammy says, howdy from pretty cloudy Scenery Hill. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, thanks.
Brenda says, Morning with a heart.
Yeah.
Thank you. Milady says, and me. Thank you. Norma says,
Happy Friday.
Good. Good. It's almost the end of the month, and then by then we're going to have another holiday, you know.
I know, exactly.
Aw, Sharon.
Thanks.
We did good fishing this time,
That's
didn't
right,
we?
exactly. Yeah. Cast that out and see what happens. Hi, Dory.
Aw, good to see you in Prague. Oh, it looks like it's a cool day in Prague. Here, actually, by the way, it's nice and sunny.
It's
not
beautiful.
too hot. You know, one of those typical...
It's supposed to get warm today. So, yeah.
Well, I have my fan on because I get a little bit warm, especially
Absolutely.
After I've been exercising all morning.
I just open up all the doors and the windows to the office. So
yeah. It's needed. Kathleen says she bought a laying tool, one of these, from us when she was here for the last retreat. And by the way, we haven't gotten any further along in the retreat.
No, we haven't. I was thinking of that. Actually, it woke me up in the middle of the night. But anyways, that I really must get on it next week because today I have other plans. So
yeah, the thing about the retreat is we're a little concerned. You
Absolutely.
know,
travel hasn't been lifted, so
no. So of course we can't predict, and we're hoping that by next spring travel will be possible again.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm hoping there's a vaccine by then. But anyway, we can all hope.
That's not.
But like I said earlier, though, we can take a $100 deposit.
Yes.
Which we will keep in a little piggy bank.
Yes.
Okay, so that it can be given back.
Yeah.
If travel isn't lifted.
That's right.
So, and as far as that's concerned, having that as your deposit, and it is refundable only when traffic doesn't work.
That's right.
It is not refundable if you've got any other excuse. Okay.
Yes.
Because otherwise, everyone will just give us $100 to get back later.
Absolutely.
Brenda says, okay, Sarah says, hi all, definitely use the laying tool in all types of stitching.
Oh, good for you.
Nice to hear.
Yeah.
And Dory says, I found a glass swizzle stick that I use as a laying tool. Oh,
very nice.
That would be beautiful.
And, yeah, Dory, if you have a supply of them, that sounds very interesting.
So it's not crystal, but it's glass. Oh, it must be gorgeous.
Blown glass.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Karen Lark says, good morning.
Good morning.
Sylvie,
hello.
Hi.
Mary.
Carol put some freight check on the end of Trebizond. I saw you put that in one of our comments in the group. In fact, I was reading it a little bit yesterday. And it is a really good hint for anybody who's using Trebizond. Yeah. You mentioned Trebizond, so I think that's why Carol put it here again.
Yeah.
And I think Trebizond is one of those wonderful threads.
It is wonderful, but it is a little tricky to use.
I figured that, most people, when they try Trebizond for the first time, they're thinking, oh, no problem. It's just a thread. Well, what it is it's long filaments of silk, okay? And they are twisted in the factory, but they tend to untwist relatively easily. Yes. So if you put freight check on the end that's in the needle, that's a good idea. Yeah. Also, don't move the needle along too much because it tends to...
Keep it on the shortest end possible.
Exactly, so that you can continue to use it. And I also find that if underneath you twist or untwist the actual stitch, you can make it lay down just by, the way I'm doing it is like this.
We're both going like that. It's like, what the heck is that?
Underneath, you can take the actual thread and do this.
Once manipulate it a little bit.
Once you've put the stitch down, then you manipulate it after you put the stitch down. And that actually works really well, oddly enough.
It does.
And also short lengths, right?
Yes.
Because it tends to unravel a bit. So it's a good idea. But once you start, and then you really take it easy. Yeah. Like you stitch with it slowly.
Yes. Make sure
carefully.
That's right. So it's a little finicky, but it does have a beautiful sheen to it. And
at the end, you just, oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. It's not the same at all as pearl cotton.
No, it's not.
And Carol says, I put some freight check. Yes. Yep. And Elaine says, the wood is beautiful and easy on the hand.
Yes, it is.
And I didn't know that you had one. I'm so glad you do, Elaine. Good. Yeah. That's a good start. Willica says, hi there from the Netherlands. Look, we've got almost 50 people here today. Oh, how lovely.
Wow, that's great.
Brenda says she's going to go look. What is she going to look for? The YouTube channel, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that could be. Wanda's here.
Hi, Wanda. Good to see you. Hope you're well.
Yeah. Tricia says, I couldn't find ours, but there are videos of how to use a laying tool too. Laying tool.
Thanks.
Hi, Viv.
Hi,
nice
Viv.
to see you.
Oh, Southwest Ontario.
Oh, so you're way back east.
Back east and very humid.
Yeah, it must be really warm there at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, ours is not so humid, and
Not
we
so
talked about it last time
Absolutely.
too. But I'm so glad you're here for the first time.
That's right. Yes, Kathleen, a laying tool helps with ribbon embroidery too. Absolutely.
It really does, actually. What a great point you're making, because Kathleen, we hadn't really considered that.
Absolutely.
We have a whole bunch of designs out here that have Bargello in them.
Yes.
We should start showing them.
We should.
And we don't have to show all of the leaflets. And who says they're not going across the border yet? Sorry, a little bit up. Patty says.
Yes.
Her son's getting married in Saturday in Edmonton.
Can't cross the border yet.
Yeah, it's, but anyway, it is what it is. Sue's here from Connecticut. I hope you're feeling better and better, Sue. You're recovering, I hope. Haven't heard from you for a little while, so hopefully things are going okay. Say hi to Michael. Kathy Jones says, hi, everyone. Took a vacation day. Yay! Patty says she uses her nails, but haven't been in a while. So you have to kind of use your long nails.
Were they pointed? It was funny when I had my nails done last time. She had, of course, she's got samples, right? And she had some nail super long, but they were at a sharp point. It's like, I cannot imagine anyone having them like that.
Or looking like that.
Poking your eye. It's like...
Okay, that's, I think, only for when it's Halloween.
Okay.
In my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
What about an online retreat?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll just sort of hesitantly say, I haven't even thought about how we could do that.
Yeah.
And really, the technology is not something I'm wanting to get into at the moment. Besides, the whole point is we see each other online all the time.
Yeah.
At least we, know you're here and you see us. What we really want is to have, like, togetherness. And, of course, we won't be able to do togetherness if there's no...
vaccine.
No, sorry. So we're just going to take it easy. And
well, absolutely.
Yeah, we might just book it, but we'll book it with the ability that we can cancel the retreat if we need to. Norma says, after you stitch and you have your needle on the underside, I noticed that just letting your needle dangle, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a really good point, Norma. Although the Trebizond doesn't untwist so well. In fact, well, it actually does untwist, but it doesn't twist up. And the problem with Trebizond is it actually is untwisting as you stitch, which is not what you want. You want it to have that sheen, and you want the same twist all the time.
Absolutely.
So you do have to kind of
manipulate,
fiddle around with it underneath. Beverly says hi, and Patricia has wonderful no humidity. A great. Lisa, love your sweater, says Sue.
Thanks, and you're probably wondering, it's July. What are you doing wearing a sweater? Well, we get a breeze here, and my arms get cold. And I'm one of those people that wear the sweater for 5 minutes, take it off for 5, put it back on, take it off. And so I do this often during the day.
It is a nice sweater, though.
Thank you. I love the sweater. It's getting a little ratty.
It's one of those. It's one of those sweaters that goes right down to almost your thighs.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's like a cozy warm blanket.
It's my little shawl. I love this.
Tammy says, I finally have my fabric for the current stitch along. Ready for the scroll frame. Yay! I also did a little bit on more decorating the bling tree. Congratulations for carrying on a little bit, because it should be ready by Christmas then. Shelley says, hello. Oh, thank you.
Yep, good.
You feel good in blue.
See, I do have actually blue on as well on my shirt. So.
Shamshad Kausar, you are from Pakistan.
Welcome.
Wonderful to see you here. I don't know if you are able to get our stream clearly, because it's so far away.
Absolutely.
At least Pakistan seems very far away.
It does. But welcome.
Yes, absolutely. It's wonderful to have you here. And Patty says no, and she's laughing. And Anne says, I'm back.
Yay, Anne.
And Beverly is kind of late Bev from California.
Oh, hi.
Hi, kind of late Bev.
And Brenda
and Brenda's also from Ontario. Well, welcome to all of you.
Yes.
So let's get started showing as much as we can of the Bargello pieces.
You want to start with that one first?
I do.
Okay.
Did you know I did?
I did.
This one, oh, it's kind of shiny because there's a light on. Here, let
me
just...
to shut that light off?
No, I think it's good.
Okay.
It'll show the patterns, but when we're finished showing the patterns, maybe we can turn it off.
Absolutely.
My light. Yeah. Here, let's see if I can get it out of the plastic bag. And that's probably easier said than done.
Yes. Some of those bags are a little tricky.
They are. So I'll show.
Okay.
I think I got it all.
Got it all?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Well done.
Thank you. Anyway, here, and it's still shiny, is the...
Not as bad, though.
Level 3, number 2, and it is actually all about Bargello. This one, see, you can see the name right there. It's Bargello. And it is the Joy one. And there is a little line of Bargello right in the middle here, which you can see it's so little, it's almost not Bargello, but it gives you the actual technique inside, all the hints and tricks that we can think of, and including a laying tool.
Yes. Which
is really nice. And this kit is good by itself as a learning kit, but it is also in our Beyond Cross Stitch level 3 course online in the Academy.
In the Academy.
Which you can register for when you go online.
Maybe that's where you showed how to use the laying tool.
It is there.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So it's in the Academy.
I think that's what you did, Jess.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's the one that we would recommend, that if you don't know how to do Bargello, that's a really good learning thing. Then one of the earliest ones we have is called Crystal Waters.
Crystal Waters.
And
I'm going to show the leaflet first. Okay.
I guess so.
There's the leaflet. Back.
Yeah, there. Because you want to see the whole thing.
Want to see the whole thing? True.
And then I'm going to show mine. I don't know which side is up. You know why? Because I always put heart hanger at the bottom. In this case,
you did Bargello at the bottom. Yes.
I did it at the top because these are icy mountains.
Yes.
Snow mountains. And then there are some other kinds of things. And there's the Bargello. And actually, I love this Bargello.
I love that Bargello on that one, too. I have to say, I am a little more liking the next one in the series.
Really?
Yes.
I love this one.
Yes.
I remember driving down the island highway, or up the highway up island to visit my mom, and there was this vast expanse just by Nanaimo.
Absolutely.
Where you just come over a rise and you see the ocean way beyond Nanaimo, and it was all blue and blue sky and mountains in the distance. I thought, that's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that one. We don't have the models for the others.
We don't have
the
models.
You like this one, right?
I like this one. I like the colors on this one. It's, of course, Crimson Fire. And I really like the Bargello. Sorry, where is it? There we go. The Bargello on that one.
Yeah, this one's really good. And you can see the leaflet has this pattern on the back of the Bargello. Look how complicated, but really well done.
But stunning in the reds and the burgundies and the gold. It's just...
I don't know if you can see it so clearly here. Yes, you can. Look at that.
It just pops.
Yeah. It really looks cool. I wish we had the model for that one.
We probably do. We just don't know where it is right now. So
yeah, it's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
So that we've seen that. Oh no, that's Fresh Air.
Yeah.
It also has one, right?
It does.
There's the Bargello in the Fresh Air. Come on, focus, focus. It's not going to focus, you know. Anyway,
moving too fast.
The air is going like this.
Yes.
So.
And then we have Green Earth. And there's also Bargello right there on that one.
That one's actually even a little bit more complicated.
Absolutely, because this one you run horizontal lines of metallic braid, and then you're doing your Bargello over top of it. And then the braid, the metallic shines through every once in a while.
It is a really cool thing. The pattern is on the back here as well. When you see the pattern, this has to be done first. So you put, long lines of braid, and then this gets done over top. Oh, it's just stunning.
It is beautiful. Yes.
And do you have any more patterns?
I do. We're going to go.
Okay, I have that one.
You have that one? This is a real early one. And it is the Lilac Chatelaine Sampler.
Correctamundo.
I think this was one of the first classes I took with you.
Really?
It was either this or gold. I can't quite remember.
Was that Fancy Works?
It was Fancy Works, yes.
Oh, I worked in a store, and I also taught there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa was one of my students.
Many years ago.
That's right. And I didn't know how to teach very well back then, but she thought it was okay, which was nice. This is the needle roll, and you can do it this way or this way. I think this is the way.
That's the way.
That's the way.
That's the way
the sampler goes. So you can see the beautiful Bargello stitching. There we go. Again, it stops. I wanted to continue.
Unfocused, yes.
Yeah, I wanted to continue focusing. It was doing so well earlier. There, okay, almost. I almost got it. I think it's because we're in focus and it's not then.
Okay, it's not, yeah.
Yeah, we have to obliterate ourselves.
That's right. Wipe our faces out.
That's right. But you know, needle rolls were all the rage for a little while, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And I think we should bring them back.
I think so too. I loved making needle rolls.
They are so fun. Do we have a needle roll video?
I don't think we do.
See, I have a feeling that Lisa's going to have to do a few of those kinds of videos.
Yeah, I don't think we do. But needle rolls were fun because you got to do some hem stitching around the top.
Right, exactly.
And then they're just a quick way to finish. You could also display them and like do a whole bunch of them and have a basket.
That's true.
And have them, sitting in a basket. And
I think that needle rolls are just gorgeous, but you have to kind of have a few of them to make them effective as a display. Yeah. And in the lilac sampler, is that what it's called?
Lilac chatelaine.
Lilac chatelaine is a chatelaine. And that's right. And it's got a Bargello heart at the bottom. And it's focused, yay. And then as a chatelaine, I don't know if you guys know what chatelaines are, but you put them around your neck like a stole, like that. And then you're supposed to hang your tools from the ends.
Absolutely.
But I never put the tools on the ends because I have them separate. I just didn't do it. Anyway, that's a really nice one.
And I never made that, so
Didn't you make this one?
Nope. I've got the needle roll, but not needle roll. I framed it.
The chatelaine has all this wonderful work on it. It has this pulled work on it. And then ribbon work in lots and lots and lots of either colonial knots or French knots.
That's right.
It is pretty nice. Okay, there we go. What's your next one?
The next one is the Victorian Purse. And it has beautiful Bargello. You probably can't see it too much on the picture, but right at the bottom there.
Oh yeah, at the bottom, right?
There's some.
But I can show them.
There we go. That right there.
Here, let me show them.
Yeah.
So there's the purse itself, which is like remarkable that I found it at all. Thank you, Kathleen.
Yeah.
And there is the Bargello. And the Bargello itself is kind of rounded so that the pattern, it gives this rounded part as well. So it's not difficult to do. Actually, Bargello is quite easy. You just have to be able to follow the pattern. And what I found with the pattern is if you make a photocopy for your own use only and you enlarge it, that pattern on the back, where's the pattern in this one, for instance? Once you enlarge it, and then every time you do one of the stitches or one of the rows, you just, mark it.
Exactly, right? And it's over 2 pages, so
it's a good one.
It is a good one.
And I think there was some, there's some in that other part in the, I love this part too.
Yes.
What's this called again?
It's a thimble keep.
Yeah, but didn't we call it something? I forgot what this is called. It's called something, though.
It is called something.
It's probably in the pattern itself. Anyway, there's the silk ribbon flowers.
Oh, look it up. How about that?
Thank you. And a little bit of Bargello on the points here. And all the way around.
Pipkin.
That's what we called it. A pipkin.
Yeah.
I think it's a British word, but it just describes it so well, doesn't it? It's kind of cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have one that we don't have a pattern for, and I think I should bring that one out.
Oh, yes, I didn't.
Really adorable.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't have this pattern.
We showed that one already.
No, we did not show this one.
We did. You did show the pillow.
Oh, I did too.
You did show the pillow. But I did print the leaflet, and it's over at the printer.
Oh, you've got it.
Yeah.
For some reason,
I don't have it. I did print it.
So that we could show it at least.
Yes. Do you want me to grab that one?
No, this is fine. We've shown it now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But we did have this one, and this one is the, it's taken from the Victorian Purse.
Exactly. It's called the Victorian Band Sampler.
Correct. And it's also taken from the Victorian pincushion.
That's right. It is.
So all of these 3 pieces were based on the same design. And I've forgotten which one came first. Do you remember?
I believe the purse came first.
Purse came first.
Then the pincushion, and then this one.
That's this one, right?
That's right.
So if that, we don't have the little pieces for that to show right now.
They might. I think I saw them in the bag that you have the Victorian Purse in.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I think they're.
Oh, that's why
right here.
I looked right past them.
Exactly, and I'm not too sure where the strawberry is, but
that's okay because this is the one that's got the Bargello in it.
So there's the Bargello of that.
That's right. That goes with this pincushion. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. That goes with this pincushion, which doesn't have Bargello on it.
No.
You know, so what can we say about that?
That's right.
But there is Bargello at the bottom of this piece, and almost all of the ideas and patterns that came from the Victorian Purse are also in this sampler. And it says, love is a fruit in season at all times and within the reach of every hand. And that's because, guess what they're doing? Reaching for some love from their tree. And then there's these alphabets at the top, and that little scene is also on the back of that pin key, isn't it? Yes.
The pin key. There's a little scene.
Exactly. So if we take this to the back so they can see it a little bit better. So there's the scene again.
There's that scene.
Only I made it squared off at the bottom.
That's right.
And some extra specialty stitches beside it.
Exactly. And I think the bottom scene is the scene from that.
Yeah, exactly. So it is so awesome to have this whole set that is all based on this beautiful series of designs that is in one sampler, but are also used in various different pieces.
Yep.
We call smalls. Now somebody was asking, Kathy Jo Nelson says, what do you do with needle rolls? Okay, what do you do with this purse? You can put stuff in the purse, I guess.
You enjoy them. Basically, a needle roll is exactly what it is for needles. So it's a pin cushion. You would use it to put your needles in. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kathy Joan, I know that it seems like one of those things you say, well, you can put your pin in everything, and that's true.
Yes.
But what's happening with these kinds of designs is that they are meant for display and for enjoyment rather than utility.
Yes.
I mean, I've got a pin cushion over there that I use on a regular basis, and it's a magnetic thing. It's not like this.
It's not an embroidered piece of art.
So what you do with a pin cushion or with a needle roll rather, and that's what we mentioned too. It would be really nice if there were a number of them in a bowl,
a basket, or a pottery nice bowl. Display them on your table or in your kitchen, or
and bring them out at different times.
Absolutely,
it's just a different form. Although you can do the needle roll just as a little sampler and frame it. I mean, you don't have to make it into a needle roll at all.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers any unknown questions you might have. Sharon says, Bonadio, she says, please, I love needle rolls. I have a large selection in a basket. I think everybody seems to. Patty thinks that we're so talented.
Thank you.
I think she thinks you're so talented. Mary loves Bargello.
Fun to do. I agree. Good morning, Karen.
Karen's here. Yay. Shelley says, like, so cute. And Dory loved the Bargello on the purse. The colors on the purse just make me drool.
Yes.
I have to admit, I love those colors. And I did have one more for us Canadians, even if you're in Ontario. I have one. There's some Bargello at the bottom of the O Canada sampler.
Yes.
And this one I did quite a long time ago. And it says, God keep our land glorious and free, which I'm sure you recognize is from our song, our national song called O Canada. And at the bottom it says, Amare usque admare, which is from sea to shining sea. And actually there's no shining in that. The from sea to sea is our motto. Yeah. And then I put my name and address.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Name and date.
Name and date. Okay, that'd be funny. And there's a whole bunch of Bargello here, which means this is one ocean. I think this is the Pacific and this is the Atlantic. So we should have another ocean in there for the north.
The Arctic?
For the Arctic, yeah. Now that it's melting. Anyway, so that I think those are all of our Bargello pieces.
It is, but Patty says you only showed the pillow, but only the Bargello part.
Oh, you want to see the whole pillow? Thank you, Patty. I get the chance. There is the pillow, and it's a little bit Dutch.
A little bit. Yeah, you got it. There's a windmill in it. I really like this, stitching this piece. They were fun to stitch. There's 4 in the series.
That's right. We have the pillow behind you, which is sunflowers. But this one itself has some pretty realistic looking tulips, several bowed over like they do, and some robins. And then there's the Bargello, of course, which is in white and blue, just like the Delft. In my opinion, it's very typically Dutch.
Yeah.
Some more tulips in a vine. And then some drawn thread, and then the little scene of the little cottage at the bottom. And personally, it really reminds me of being in Holland, because I was born there, for those of you who didn't know. And I haven't done very many Dutch things.
No, you haven't, no.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do a Dutch sampler.
Maybe, yeah. People love needle rolls.
And they love stitching Bargello. That band sampler, it is really stunning. When you start looking at all of the details, it really is
absolutely.
Awesome. Could you say needle rolls are like samplers, stitched to learn stitches?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's another really good reason to do needle rolls. Good point.
They're small and they don't take a long time to stitch.
No, I didn't do a Northern Light sampler.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I wouldn't know how.
No, we don't have the Northern Lights on the southern part of the island here at all.
No, and somebody actually mentioned the other day, it was Kathleen, I think, she said, why don't you do one of those Chinese cats, the ones that have the little hand going like this? And because she thinks that's, really interesting for people because they use it in their restaurants and in their businesses to have a Chinese cat. And I said, but I'm not Chinese and I don't know very much about cats like that. And I started looking it up and there's all sorts of different colors of cats. And so really I stick with more with what I know.
What you know.
Rather than trying to, like I could make American type samplers, patriotic American samplers, but I'm not American.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference to what I feel comfortable. I don't want to represent a culture that I'm not part of, right? So I would like to do a little bit more Dutch, but I'm pretty Canadian.
You are? Yes.
Like we have our little things, but mainly I want to just be human rather than take part in all of the different. Like I remember doing one thing for somebody said, "Could you do a Jewish sampler for Hanukkah?" I said, "I can't."
Yeah.
Honestly, even if I did all the research, I know I would screw it up somehow.
You wouldn't have the same feeling towards that.
Exactly. So, I don't have a Northern Light sampler after all that. That's a long explanation. But it does make a difference because the inspiration that you have has to be something that means something to your heart. And most of my inspiration comes from loving people and just what we all have in common. Flowers and gardens and things like that. Patty used to go to Holland. Giovanni.
Ciao.
Giovanna. I should say that like with an Italian accent.
Tateo. I hope I said that right.
Ciao.
Yeah, ciao.
Good to see you. Nice that you're here from Italy. And Carolyn would like to see a little more Dutch. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that might be fun. Do another one. I do have Beyond Cross Stitch. I think it's a level 5. Done in blue and white.
Yes, there is.
Like a tile.
Yeah. Actually, I think there's also one from level 3 too. The CC work.
Oh yeah. That's all mostly
blue as well.
Blues and whites.
Yeah.
But something to do with Holland itself.
Yes.
Would be kind of nice. There's a lot of Dutch kind of motifs.
I think you've got an international heart too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
In the International Heart booklet. And it looks like there's a few more comments from people. Oh. Just a minute. Okay. Oh, Sharon Crow is here.
Hi,
Thank
Sharon.
you. And then Jennifer Gowan says, I am stitching a project for my niece as a thank you for bringing groceries to keep me safe. Oh, that is so nice to read about because, we do this work because we love it.
Absolutely.
And it is even more wonderful when someone appreciates it.
When someone appreciates it, definitely.
Marianne, good weekend to you too. Thank you. And bisous to you too. And Patty says, tulips.
Tulips.
I'm not sure what, but yep.
Oh,
tulips.
For the Dutch.
Exactly. Which is why
tulips.
Aw, thank you so much.
Thanks, Joy.
Joy, we really are kind of rocking it.
Exactly.
I'm not sure about you, but I do feel better than some weeks ago.
Yes.
When I hit the wall.
Absolutely. Walls are good to hit because then you don't know what normal is.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's why I love working with Lisa. She comes out with these truths, and just at the drop of a hat, she doesn't even think about it. No. Just comes out, and she's right. Anyway, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have actually gotten to the end of our little discussion with all of you. And I don't know, maybe there's nothing left to talk about anymore.
There might not be.
No, I'm sorry.
They don't want to see the next part of the stitch along or anything like that. No.
Obviously, you want to see something. But as I said before, this is really little. It wasn't a large thing.
No.
So what you did last time was this one. And now, this time, there's just going to be a few hearts added. Okay, and those hearts are going to be Bargello hearts. So get ready to get your over-dyed, if you have any, to match. Because
Bargello hearts?
Bargello hearts are, no, I'm sorry, Rose hearts. I was so going on about Bargello. Oh dear. No, Rhodes hearts. But if you do these with overdyes, they look exquisite.
Absolutely.
Because you get so many different colors in them, and every time you go over it, it changes the color of the heart.
Yeah.
And the one that you really want to place nicely is that last stitch, because it is the main key color of that heart.
Absolutely, and so you can use the laying tool for the Bargello hearts as well. Yeah.
Smart girl. Just what I was thinking.
And sometimes they just come in.
So there's one at the top. And then there's these little tiny little flowers as well, and they're slightly different colors, so don't make them exactly the same as these ones that you did over here and here. So do those, and that's this week's major, huge installment in your
stitch along.
Now, I haven't gone around and looked at everyone's stitch along for a little while. It's been really busy, and this is good because I'm catching up.
It's been a little slow with photos of.
Has it?
There's been a few, but not that many as we've had before.
Yeah, so if you get around to it and you start posting your pictures every week for this week and next week, then I'll take the finished ones and save them.
Yes.
Because I don't save all the way
progress,
up. No, can't do that. But I'm looking forward to seeing some progress for this coming week. Because next week will be the last one, I think.
I guess it will be, and then...
I can eke it out a bit more.
True, you could.
But not by much.
But no. I think next week is probably the last one, and then one more week, and then in August we start a new one.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think so. No.
Come on. No, you need to do some other things.
I kind of do, and I also really need to have that ready for September, because
absolutely,
this is July, August.
Yes.
This stitch along. And then something kind of fun for September will be great.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, unless you want to come up with something.
No, well,
sure?
Not yet.
I bet you would come up with something really nice. It is kind of fun to come up with a design and then to break it up into pieces.
Yes.
It's kind of fun for me anyway. Joy says, have a great week, everyone. Stay well and safe. Thank you. I'm glad you like the stitch along. Thank you. And those of you who haven't started the stitch along yet, you probably can do an awful lot in the next little while.
You because probably it's catch up.
Yeah, because it's really not that big. It's once you've done the circle and you can start putting stuff in.
Yeah.
It doesn't take all that long.
No, it doesn't.
So I hope you have a really good weekend.
Yes.
And I'm going to put the sale on, and there's also some new PDFs coming out. Just so you know, I've already done them. So if you want, you can go in and check and see if your favorite one is PDF'd already.
Yeah.
I just haven't put it into an email. And I did my email last week. Right?
Oh, good. You
remember?
Did.
Yes. And I actually did it that same day. I think it was that same Friday.
You did?
Remember I said I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I did do it. So hopefully this time I can do this PDF announcement as well.
Yes.
It's all a little new to me to figure it out.
Exactly. And the PDFs are the previous stitch-alongs we've had so far,
no,
right?
no, not those. That's still coming.
Oh, that's still coming. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
okay.
gosh, no. I haven't even got that yet.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
No, because that's more things to do.
That's right. There's always something to do.
I think it's the Heirloom Wedding is now a PDF.
Okay.
And I think
yes,
the Heirloom Birth. I think I might have done those two.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to remember which other ones I did, because I did a few. I did the first 3 birds from Kathy.
Okay.
You know, the very first number
absolutely.
1, 2, and 3, which are called Wren, Nuthatch,
and Chickadee.
All 3 are PDF'd. So they're downloadable as well as in printed form. And I can't remember.
You can't remember.
There's a few.
Okay.
So have a look for the ones that you might like, and I'll try and send you out a email today, and hopefully it'll get to you, and then it won't look too bad.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. Did you want to do the honors and stopping us? Because I think you have to push that button down there.
I have to push this one here.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm going to push that.
And then it'll end right after that. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.